Hello, Aquarius. I'm sorry it's going to be a bit of a noisy day. There's cars outside. The birds are chirping quite enthusiastically. My children are back at school today. It's Monday. Noisy. But my daughter, she left and then realised that she didn't have to be in until midday, and now she's back again. So general chaos here in the Cinderella household. There may be something with children. Now, I didn't get any intrusive messages overnight, but my son came and he had a nightmare and he came and got in bed with me. He was very cute. So that was really sweet because it reminded me of when he was little and I'd have to like get him into bed and comfort him and things and give him cuddles. He's like a big teddy bear. He's so fluffy. It's so fluffy. So that was really, really sweet. But the side effect of having my son in bed and being all like, oh, was that I did not get very much sleep myself. I was kind of like lay on the edge of the bed trying not to disturb him. So I don't know. I feel like there's something about children in your reading, especially with those like tiny bird noises outside. Yeah, Sagittarius also had a bit of a theme of children in their reading. But the song that randomised as I was kind of setting up for you is, what is it? God Only Knows by the Beach Boys. So, they just drawing me to the artwork on the front cover as well. They've got, let me just double check before I say anything stupid. They are, right, yeah, they're like goats, aren't they? Because I'm getting like kids. Because kids are baby goats, right? So yeah, what I got from that song immediately, I got the like, I heard it's like being said, the phrase, "This is between me and God." So I don't know if you've spoken some kind of secret, or you've got some kind of deal between you and God, some kind of agreement that you've made, to yourself. But it's like, maybe you're particularly religious, maybe it's like something, you may not have even vocalized it, but it's like, God knows, I know that God knows. That kind of thing. I don't know. We'll keep going with the reading and see what comes through. But that song is actually about kind of gratitude, being thankful for having somebody in your life, and being like, I don't know where I'd be if it wasn't for you. I'm so thankful to have you. So that could be relevant to you. It could not be. Take it if it's relevant. Leave it if it's not. Don't worry too much about it. Let's get you a song though for your reading. Let's actually get you a song right now for your reading, and see what we get. So, okay. Aquarius' reading then, please. It's going to go live on Friday. So when Aquarius or whoever is watching, cross watchers, hi. When people come to this reading, tell us what is going to be the theme of this reading, please. What is the theme of the reading? Give us a bit of a heads up. Say It Right by Nelly Furtado, and an advertisement. Okay, hopefully you did see the song there before the advert played. I had a little bit of a listen to it. It's a bit of a funny song because she's saying, you don't mean nothing at all to me. So on the one hand, she's kind of saying, it's kind of like a double negative. You don't mean nothing at all to me. You don't mean nothing. So what you means everything, right? So I'm gonna, in the day, in the night, say it right, say it all. You either got it or you don't. You either stand or you fall. When your will is broken, when it slips from your hand, when there's no time for joking, there's a hole in the plan. You got what it takes to set me free. You could mean everything to me. I can't say that I'm not lost and at fault. I can't say that I don't love the light and the dark. She can't say that she doesn't, so she does, right? I can't say that I don't know that I'm alive, and all of what I feel I could show you tonight. From my hands I could give you something I made. From my mouth I could sing you another brick that I laid. From my body I could show you a place God knows. Again, this thing, God again, right? You should know the space is holy. Do you really want to go? Lol. So this thing that I was saying with the Beach Boys is between me and God. It's like a secret that you shared with the universe, with God. You know, it doesn't, you know, however you take that, you know. And perhaps a bit of a bluff that you don't feel something for somebody, you know, a bit of a poker face going on, but actually they mean everything to you. That's what she says in the song, right? You've got what it takes to set me free. So is it a fear of opening up? You either stand or you fall. Is it like, you know, the song is called Say It Right. So it's like, how do I say this? Because I don't want to fall. I don't want to mess this up. It's like, I've got one chance to say this. It's like, you've got one shot, one opportunity. I've got one chance to say this. I want to make sure I say it right. I want to make sure I communicate how I feel properly. Because the thing with that song, you don't mean nothing at all to me. The other person could be like, oh, I don't mean anything to them. That's not what they're saying. It just came out wrong. That's kind of how it's coming across. So you don't want to say something wrong. You don't want to miscommunicate. If you've got something to say, you want to say it right. And it could be telling someone how much they mean to you with that Beach Boys song. Interesting, because I've got Archangel Michael and Archangel Gabriel out. And what I was asking at the start of the reading was Archangel Michael, among other things, like to give people confidence, and Archangel Gabriel, the people the ability to speak their truth and say what needs to be said. So the confidence to say what needs to be said. That's kind of what I asked for at the start of the reading, one of the things. I also asked things like Archangel Michael to protect anyone involved in the reading, especially children, you know, and all these other things that I asked for at the start of the reading. Again, I wouldn't say I align with any specific one religion. I think I'm a bit of a jumble of bits of everything, which I think as a human, as somebody who studies humanities, that's quite a healthy thing to be. So however you take it is fine, you know. Now they're giving me one way or another. I'm gonna find you. I'm gonna get you one way. Maybe next week I'm gonna win ya. I'll get you. Right, let's keep going. One way or another. Sorry, it's still going in my head. Aquarius, please. Aquarius for Thursday. Aquarius for Friday. Gentle Gardener. Virgo also had this, the Gentle Gardener. So sowing the seeds of ideas, tending to things. Again, it's like she's watching children. So this thing about children again. Sorry about the car alarm outside, but it's anything that happens in a reading is part of the reading. So could be something about car alarms. 2, there could be some kind of partnership here between two people. I do feel like one person is caring for another, overseeing something, overseeing a situation. You could even have a spirit guide, an ancestor whose presence you still feel around you. It's funny that the 2 references to God, right? So this could be God for you, tending to your seeds, tending to the things that you've been caring for. Watching over things, perhaps, that you've I'm almost getting the sense of like, I may be right, I may be wrong. I'm getting the sense of like, you've got something you care about. Now, it could be your garden, right? It could be your fish. It could be your children. It's something that you care for over time. You've cared for a long time. You know, you're trying to make it nourished. You're trying to make it grow. You're trying to make it healthy and strong. But I have this feeling of you needing to put this, it could be a project, right? You need to almost like put it in someone else's hands. It's like you're needed elsewhere. So having to have this thing you've had responsibility for a long time, and you're putting it into another person's hands, and you're almost saying, I hope that they care for them as well as I cared for them. I hope that they have as much care for them as I did for them. You know, I hope that they're going to be looked after properly. So I think this is why I'm picking up on this thing about like either praying to God or saying to universe, please protect. And I do ask again, particularly Archangel Michael, to protect children involved in the reading. So I think whatever this is for you, if this is resonating, I think that there is protection from the divine or from somebody who's kind of very, very caring. There is this caring presence around whatever it is that you need to put into someone else's hands. So I hope that's reassuring for you. That's what I'm picking up on. Again, this is just a tarot reading. It's just my intuition. So obviously take proper precautions if you feel like you need to take extra steps and that's relevant to you. I'm really getting a very tingly finger on this finger right now for some reason. It's like pins and needles in this finger. So maybe that's saying something about COVID injections, right? Pins and needles. Maybe you're returning to work, but you don't want to do it until you've had your COVID injection. That's how I feel. And I don't think the time is going to be quite right on that one. So yeah, that's what I'm getting from that. So you can hear my daughter making funny. Spirit of place. Again, this is kind of, I don't know if you're connecting with Sagittarius, but this is kind of reminding me of Sagittarius's reading, where they were very, very stuck in place. They couldn't move. But it was almost like they were like this guardian energy of the forest, like all the children were coming to them. It could be maybe your children go to some kind of, I can't think what they're called now, like a forest school, like a very outdoorsy school, which is based on like adventure and discovery and those kind of methods. It tends to be younger children that go to schools like that. I know that there's a lot of nurseries that have this kind of like outdoorsy space where children discover things naturally by themselves. So there could be something there like that, where it's like this still presence and then children come to them. It doesn't have to be children. But this person's like fixed. They're part of the environment, right? And that's 4 as well. Interesting, we've got 2 and 4. So increase, there's growth there. There's like a doubling. So whatever this is, it's like it's gonna be well suited to that environment. There is going to be development there. It's going to actually double the development speed possibly. So 2s are about 2 people coming together, union, working together, being a team, making a connection. 4s to me are about stability, foundations, home, community, like the roots, right? This is about the roots. So spirit of place, gentle gardener. I think, whatever your concern is, I think there are guides who are kind of keeping a very gentle, almost like nature spirit, guardianship over whether it's a project, whether it's your children, whether it's your garden. But the gentle gardener card also talks about, because this has come out a couple of times, I have read it a couple of times now. I've never read the spirit of place, so I may read that one at the end too. But the gentle gardener also talks to me about tend to your plans. If you've got ideas or wishes, what do you need to do to make them a reality? Co-create with spirit is kind of what it says. So put your ideas out there, manifest, but also take tangible steps. Care for your own plans. Anything else then for Aquarius, please? Aquarius for Friday. Whenever this reading gets to you, same energy there. It is a timeless reading, so when it finds you, it's your reading at that time if it resonates. I'm just intending to put it up publicly on Friday. So Aquarius, please, for Friday. Aquarius for Friday, please. Okay, got quite a bit of a story going here. What's on the underlying? 4 of water. 4 of water is like, don't miss opportunities when they come to you. Don't be so busy sulking over the things that went wrong that you are blind to the potential in new things. So let's start with the 7 of Earth. So very much, he's even looking in this direction. He's even looking at a tiny little fairy, which is the imagery on this card. I'm getting a lot of stuff at the moment between Ever since I did those Avicii readings, or Avicii readings, I don't know how you pronounce it, the Live a Life You'll Remember readings, I've had this thing about like air and water, mermaids and butterflies, and like this almost like the switch, like of going into each other's environments also almost. So I'm associating this with this energy and then this with this energy. So like I feel like this is you because the Seven of Earth is literally like tending to your garden. It's planting seeds, caring for them over time, and watching them grow, and then reaping the abundance and the rewards at the end of that, right? So I feel like, again, this is talking to me again about your time investment. Whatever these little fairies, right, represent for you, you have invested time in these. And I think that, again, I get, which reading did this come out for? I want to say it was either Scorpio or Capricorn. It was as though, and I'd never seen this before, but can you almost see this? It's like a little flourish on his shirt, right? Like almost like a little fleur de lis, but from a distance, it almost looks like a lion's paw or a bear claw, right, coming around and holding onto his shoulder. So it's like this person's being turned away, pulled away, or led away from the little fairy. So he's concerned about the fairies. My heart just flipped. He's concerned about the fairies. And this is you, whether you're he, she, or they, right? This is you, concerned, or I mean, vice versa. If this, you think this is somebody I know this is somebody that I'm cross-watching for, or I know this is my love interest, whatever it is, right? Somebody in this reading has been caring for these little fairies for a very long time, whatever that means to you. And there's, for some reasons, you're being led away, you're being guided, you're being turned away from this energy. But there's this longing here. He's still looking at her, saying, look, I don't want to leave you. I don't want to go. Like, this isn't my choice. So there's this real concern for these fairies, like, because you have to, they're not in your care anymore, but they are being cared for, right? Spirit or a very kindly person, somebody with the same trait as you. It's the gentle gardener, and the Seven of Earth is the gardener in the tarot. Normally the card normally has somebody doing gardening, so it's the same energy. So this person is the same as you, okay? They match you. They're as caring and as nurturing and as attentive I don't know, as you are. They're going to give as much care and time and attention into this as you would do. They're the same, okay? So I would say don't worry. This is very Virgo in energy. I don't know if you've got a Virgo placement in your chart, or you're dealing with a Virgo. Maybe you're Virgo and you're cross-watching for somebody else. Very, very Virgo-y. Doesn't have to be, though. We can all adopt different masks, personas, as we go through life, as we interact with different things. We try on different masks and develop different aspects of our personality. So it could just be like, Virgo's doing something in your chart at the moment. But Queen of Water, Six of Water, Messenger of Air. Okay, that's very interesting. This is coming to me as Libra now. Ace of Water and the Magician. Wow, okay. These cards are really, 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 really speaking to me. Okay, I'm just going to move these up for a second, and we're going to deal with this section first. Okay. The Six of Water first. This is a huge amount of nostalgia. This is like, it's like attachment issues where, for example, if you, I stayed at home with my children for as long as possible, like literally until they went to nursery. So 4, I think would have been the age that they went to nursery. So I was like, sometimes I did kind of work part-time. I worked in shifts when my partner was off. We kind of like, did shifts, like, so that one of us was always home with the children. I didn't want to put my young children in the care of other people. I didn't want to it's like, what's the point in having children if you just fob them off onto somebody else all the time? That was my theory. I understand that other people have different feelings on parenting. Other people are not quite so. I guess I'm a clingy parent. It's funny, I was talking about my son being in bed and me loving it. I was like, yay, cuddles. So other people are much more, they want their children to be strong, they want their children to be independent, they want their children to experience different environments and all this kind of stuff. I'm a bit of a smother. I'm like, oh my babies. So but this is talking to me about my daughter. She's very confident. I mean, she's Sagittarius, so I remember on the first day of nursery, and she'd been to a lot of like childcare places, like fun club type places where they just go in for an hour, and I'd like hover outside the door and try and look in and see if she's okay the whole time. As she got older and in the lead up to nursery. But she went in and didn't look back. She was like, she didn't even barely say bye. She was just like off. Like, had the best time of her life. So she's very, very confident. My son, who's a Pisces, is much more clingy, much more sensitive. So he never took to the childcare. Like, he never took to the fun groups and things like that. He'd always be clinging to my side, he really, I put him in a nursery a little bit earlier than my daughter, and he hated it. He'd be crying the whole time. Like, even today, like taking him to school, he was just very uncooperative. He did not want to go. So this is speaking to me about the pain of separation from whatever those fairy energies represent. It's like nostalgia. It's my bellyache card. It's like worried sick, like, trying to go about whatever it is you need to go. Maybe your kid's back in nursery or school and you're back to work because COVID, lockdown restrictions are lifting, and it's like, I am so worried about them because of that attachment. So because you're so used to having them around, it's really difficult to have that separation anxiety. That's what I've been trying to get to, separation anxiety. But then you've got these two energies around you. Look at this. Look at how beautiful this is. Like, on either side of you, it's like so gorgeous. Look at the colors. Look how soothing this is. It's just like peace and tranquility and soothing, and it's really gorgeous. So I'm connecting it almost to this gentle gardener energy. Do you see how peaceful and spiritual she is? So as I say, it did come out for Libra, so I don't know if you've got a Libra around you who's just kind of saying, they're balancing those scales, right? They're like, everything's fine, calm down, it's going to be okay. The children are in good hands, the project is in good hands, reassuring, calm, peaceful, spiritually calm, like everything is as it's supposed to be, very zen. This energy either side of you. I'm saying it's the same energy. Possibly Libra, because as I say, these two cards came out very strongly and meaningfully in Libra's reading. Now, just to say as well, when I put the cards back in the deck, I put them in separately. So these were separated and they've come out together in the same way as they did in Libra's reading, just with this card in between. So this is supportive, calm, peaceful energy. It's like they're saying to you, look, the water's calm, the water's calm. There's no storms here, there's no warning signs here, the sky's clear, stop worrying. It's like, it's not even like this person saying stop worrying. It's like, you have nothing to worry about, everything is fine. They're soothing you. The Queen of Water on her own, this card would symbolize for me probably Cancerian energy, Scorpio, Pisces. The messenger of air would be an air sign, so Aquarius, high, Libra, Gemini, but it doesn't have to be. Again, it doesn't have to be. So, and again, there's this thing again of like the mermaids and the fairies, right? The mermaid and the fairy. So maybe someone's a drummer, I don't know, banging the bins. So I'm just wondering if I need to shut the window for a moment. No, I think we're okay. So the Queen of Cups, this is somebody with a huge amount of love to give. This is somebody who's calm, patient, emotionally controlled. I know it sounds weird if you know any Cancerians to say that this person's emotionally controlled. I will say that it's somebody who's in tune with their emotions. They understand the rhythms of the body. This would be like somebody who's over emotional, who can't control their emotions. This is somebody who works with their emotions. They know that they have days where they just need to be quiet and peaceful. They know they have days where they're more active. They know that they have days where they're more teary, and they work with it. You know, they understand their own body, their own emotional cycles. So Queen of Cups, very giving, very loving, very expressive, patient, understanding, compassionate, nurturing, gorgeous, watery energy, right? Emotional energy. Both very expressive as well. These people are not holding back, they're speaking. The Messenger of Air, this is the Knight of Swords. This is somebody who takes fast action. They communicate very swiftly. They say what's on their mind. They don't hold back. A little bit more immature. The Knights are more immature than the Queens. If you think about the tarot, the Kings are the most in control, so they will tend to hold back more and only say or do what needs to be said or done. The Queens they choose their words very wisely. They're very experienced, so they will say what needs to be said, but they'll do it in a thoughtful way. The Messengers, the Knights, they are much more swift, much more direct, sort of ripping off the plaster. So this is somebody who may be a little bit sharp-tongued. It could also be somebody coming in with some kind of message. The Queen of Water and the Messenger of Air together would tell me that somebody's been very emotionally expressive. They're telling you something, okay, emotionally expressive. But you've got this bellyache card, concerns, like literally you could have an upset tummy, you know, when you get really, really nervous and you get an upset tummy. I had that in a reading the other week. It was not nice to have that on camera. My tummy was just like, rawr. So then with this Ace of Water and the Magician, then it's so beautiful, it's gorgeous. The Ace of Cups, this is either a new relationship or a new level or phase of a relationship coming in for you. It's divinely guided. This is like somebody that the universe is bringing into your life, or a phase of your journey in a relationship that is being divinely guided. The aces are beautiful energy to get in a reading. It can be a new start, right? A new start in a relationship, a new love interest, somebody coming in. I feel because you've got the Queen of Water and the Messenger of Air and the Ace of Water, this is Cups energy. This is somebody saying to you, look, I care about you. I have strong feelings for you. I am here for you. It could be anything like that, but this is somebody expressing how they feel. Nostalgia, it could be somebody from the past, you know, coming in with some kind of new offer. Now, just to kind of link it back up to here to this mermaid energy. Oh, and looking again, it's just all air and water, except for you, because you're showing us this grounded energy. So beautiful, so beautiful. It's just like, it's like angelic, right? This energy, because it's just coming through with all the water and the air. It's like peace and love. Peace and love. It's so gorgeous. So as I said with the Four of Water, this is do not miss an opportunity when it presents itself. And I don't think she is, because you can see she's actually, the seahorse is bringing in this gorgeous big pearl, and she's accepting the pearl. She's holding out her hands and receiving it. So I don't think you're going to miss the opportunity when it comes to you. I think you're going to accept whatever this person says to you, or you could be opening up and expressing something to somebody else as well, and you could have strong concerns over it. Is it going to go well? Am I going to say it right? The song from the beginning. Is this person going to not understand? Is there going to be confusion? No, this person's going to receive that offer. Okay. Just to warn you though, the Three of Air does symbolize heartache, and the Seven of Air does symbolize deception. But you can see just how peaceful and healing these cards are. It's like it's almost like melancholy, but it's very beautiful melancholy. It's like Yeah, it's peace. It's peace. Whatever's happening, there's going to be peace with this. It's not going to be fireworks and daggers and lightning bolts. It's going to be... if you're saying something, if you're turning down a Queen of Cups, the Queen of Cups can deal with her emotions, right? The Queen of Cups she's had heartbreak before, and she's dealt with it. She's mature. She can deal with it again. The right side of my head, my crown chakra, I always get like a tingling or a scratching sensation or like an opening sensation on my crown chakra when I'm doing readings. It's like I'm being stabbed in the head right now. That's the underlying. I think that's your fears, possibly. Because what happens after the Ace of Cups is the Magician card. Now, the Magician card is like, I can make my dreams a reality. I can take what's above. I can take this divine gift and make something happen with it. This is what I mean. It's not being rejected. It's not being neglected. I'm just really noticing the sun and the moon on his head there. I was watching a tarot reading this morning, and it wasn't particularly anything for me. It was just while I was making breakfast, I had it on. I think it might have been possibly Twin Light Tarot. She's a very quirky, very charismatic reader. She's fun to watch. Really gets very passionate about what she's saying, and I can't really remember much about the reading, but then she was talking about the sun and the moon, the sun and the moon, the sun and the moon, and I wasn't really listening, but I kind of picked up on that. And as I walked into the living room to where my son and my daughter were, I don't know what they were watching. It's some kind of YouTube channel, but there was this pair of slippers, and one of the slippers had the sun on and the other had the moon on, and they put them together. And I was like, that's weird, because they were just saying that, and now it's here in your reading, the sun and the moon. Shedding light on secrets, light side and shadow side, bringing them together. So yeah, I don't know who's making some kind of emotional offer, and it doesn't even have to be a love interest. It can be an offer of support, an offer of friendship, right? It can be a lot of different things. Somebody's opening up and expressing something emotionally, and it's something new. It's being accepted. It's being received. There is some heartbreak and secrecy and possibly deception involved. I'm not seeing it as an apology, because that would have been the Page of Cups. I do feel like it could be come and live with me. Yes, but it means I need to leave my children in someone else's care. You know, it's come and work with me. I mean, that would be the Ace of Pentacles. Okay, but that means I need to put this project into somebody else's hands. So do you see what I mean? It's like it's being accepted, but it does come with this sense of having to give something up, or having to move on from something, having to turn your back away from something that you didn't want to turn your back away from. So the offer is received, it's accepted, it's acknowledged, and then this gift from the divine, is put into the hands of the Magician, which I feel like is the same energy as this Seven of Pentacles energy, because it's capable. This is somebody who has all four suits of the tarot in their hands. He's as powerful as the Emperor or the Empress, because the Emperor and the Empress embody all four kings or all four queens of the tarot. All the suits, right? They've got the cups, the swords, the pentacles, and the wands. They've experienced everything that life has to offer, and they've mastered it, and they're handling it. So the Magician is equally as powerful. He has all four of the tools of the tarot. Only he's utilizing them in order to make dreams a reality, to make dreams come true, to make things happen, to take things from the otherworldly realms, the realms of imagination and possibility, and he makes them into a practical, tangible reality. So this is and it's a 1 as well, right? Ace of Water, 1. He's grounding this. He's like, right, I love you. Yes, we're doing this. We need a practical plan. right? And he's going to come up with the plan. Capable, reliable. You're in good hands. So interesting. Interesting, Aquarius. The mermaids and the fairies, though, because it's like you have to turn away from the fairies, right? So you have to move. If I was talking about the meaning of the suits of the tarot, it's like the fairies would represent air, which is swords energy. So you have to move away from something that's logical, and you have to move towards something that's emotional. The mermaids would be, and the Queen of Water. This is emotional energy, right? So moving away from thinking about things in a logical sense, and using your intuition more to guide you, which again, maybe why she's clinging onto her stomach here, right? She's like, I don't know. Okay, what do I want to clarify? So explain to me, tell me more about the fairy. Tell me more about the fairies. Ace of Wands. So the Ace of Wands is some kind of passionate new start, passion project. You've got some kind of passion here, but it's locked away. It's being kept under lock and key. And it's involving the Emperor and the Ace of Cups. Ace of Wands, Ace of Cups, and the Emperor. This is, I mean, this is like major. This is like, I was just talking about the Emperor. This is somebody who's very, very experienced. Again, it could be you. He's turning his back. He's turning his back on the Ace of Wands in order to move to the Ace of Cups. You may have two love interests here. Somebody that makes you feel, I'm going to say, it makes you feel quite horny, very, very passionate, and somebody who's more loving and more nurturing. He's turning this way, but he's looking back. He's turning this way, but he's looking back, right? It's like you've got two good choices here. Some kind of passion project, but the heart is locked away. There's no emotion in it. All passion, no emotion. Or the Ace of Cups, which is over here. This kind of frozen energy. But she's very sexy as well, right? She's very like, come to me. So torn between two. Otherwise, I mean, I could put these together and say, like, this Emperor, this is somebody who ticks all your boxes. I mean, it could be a boss. It could be a boss as well, right? It could be a boss. It could be a father. But with the Ace of Wands and the Ace of Cups, this is strongly saying, like, divine masculine love interest here. This is like somebody who you see as the one. You think they've got it all going on for them. You think that they are, like, they're all that, right? They're all that in a bag of chips. So if you could write a list of like who your perfect person is, they would tick all the boxes. Or they've come into your life and you're like, oh my God, I can't believe I exist at the same time as this person. They just do it for me, right? On a passionate and emotional level, like this is the person. Like this is them. This is it for me. Okay, not children then, unless you're the father and you've got a lot of love and, you know, passion for somebody. Maybe having a new baby. I don't know. Wow, those cards coming out together though, that's pretty major. That's like you're just going about your business. You just, you know, doing your day job, you know, going to the shop, going to the supermarket, wandering around with your shopping trolley, and then, oh my God, right in front of you is like the most gorgeous person. I mean, it's the Emperor, but it doesn't have to be male, female, right? You can flip the gender if you need to. It's like that person stood in front of you and you're looking at them with your shopping trolley, like picking up your milk, and like they reach for the same milk and your eyes meet and they make some kind of daft meme, right? Some daft cultural reference. And it's like, oh my God, they like the same show as me. They like the same computer game as me. Like, oh my God, they're like my perfect person. Like, what's going on here? And it's like, boom, they've landed in your lap. Like they've fallen from the sky into your lap. Your dreams came true. Like that's what that is to me when it's like together like that. But is somebody torn between two good choices? I mean, it doesn't have to be love interest. Wands is about, the Ace of Wands can be like a passion project, right? It's something that you feel very enthusiastic about. And the Ace of Cups is something that you have a lot of emotion for, a new opportunity. So it's like an emotional opportunity or a passionate opportunity. Like they're both good options, right? So that's the fairies then. So tell me about the mermaid. Anything else? Page of Wands. King of Wands. Whoa, bloody hell. So that's I asked about the fairies, didn't I? And this is the mermaid. The mermaid is, it's all passion. Sorry, my video cut out. It's all passion. It's all instinct. It's all sex, right? Or creativity, or confidence, or dynamism. Is this transparency or is this secrets? There's learning here. So there's somebody's learning about passion. Learning about passion. He has got a snake going up his sleeve. This person's more challenging. Very challenging energy. There's a power imbalance. One person is much more experienced and one person is much more of a student. I don't know, Aquarius. You've got yourself into a bit of a predicament, I think. I see you moving towards the Cups energy. Which I would say was the mermaid water energy, but I think there's some kind of, I mean, at the end of that Avicii reading, it was all upside down. The mermaid was underwater. No, the fairy was underwater and the mermaid was in the sky. So there's some kind of weird switcheroo thing going on here for you. It looks like you're choosing between passion or emotion, which is no wonder why it's such a difficult choice for you. Temperance, balance. Oh my god, balance. Both is good. That's what this card is saying. It's patience. It's taking the time to make the right decision. Don't rush this. But the Temperance card, actually, the symbology of it on the usual tarot is 2 cups, and one of the cup contains fire and one of the cup contains water. So it's literally alchemy. It's literally creating something new. So you're taking the water, you're taking the cups, the emotions, and you're taking the wands and the passions, and you're mixing them together and creating something new, which may be turning into your emperor. Maybe in the past you've only gone for relationships that are kind of like, that really kind of like turn you on, but there's always something missing emotionally. I mean, I'm not seeing the 8 of Cups, or you're always disappointed with the 4 of Water. So now there's something new coming in. It's like you still feel that passion for this person, but where the heart space has been locked before, the heart space is now bare, right? It's something new. So no wonder it makes you nervous. It's like it's warming you up. It's like emotionally, you see the sun ray coming in. It's like emotionally warming you up. Right, okay. Let's keep going then. I'm going to read The Gentle Gardener first, I think. I don't have very long left. Okay. And then we'll get you another advice card and a song to close out the reading. Be your own person. Be a conscious co-creator. The Gentle Gardener is visiting you at this moment in your life to remind you that your thoughts, feelings, and beliefs create the reality you experience. She's the embodiment of the energy within you that is sent out into the field of co-creation and ensures that all that you are is reflected in the world of form. Are you aware of your thoughts? What is their quality? Believe in limitless possibility and you will see miracles unfold. The Gentle Gardener guarantees the integrity of everything you send out into the world. Stay positive and expect a wondrous return. Your garden is abundant with beauty. I'm sorry, it went kind of... There you go. Okay, right. So let's bob. As I say, this is how I put the cards in. I put them in separate like this. So bobbing Archangel Michael and Archangel Gabriel back in there in case they want to come out as your advice cards. But this is what I did with these two, and they've come back out again together. with you in the middle. Stuck in the middle with you, and I don't know what it is I should do. I feel that for you, Aquarius. Aquarius, so if people are associating with this reading, what do we need to tell them? What's the best advice right now, please? For Aquarius or anyone watching this reading and finding it relevant, best advice you have for them, please. Last chance. It's your decision. It's not my decision to make. It's not the universe's decision to make. It's your decision, and I'm sorry that's not helpful. Ooh, watch out for deceit, though. Watch out for deceit. There is the 7 of air here. Now, this is not saying it's the fairy or the air sign doing this. You know, they seem more affected by it. But there is a level of deception. There is a level of secrecy. So just be wary of that. In Libra's reading, Libra were being very, very transparent. They were not hiding anything, but they were trying to present as very, very still and very, very calm, very much like this kind of energy. And they did have a devil in their water. They did have this massive whale under the surface of the water that wasn't being seen, and they weren't hiding it. They were just... They had acknowledged it, and they were open about it, and they were saying, I am using this shadow side of myself as a source of power. The Libra has actually been showing as the Emperor quite a lot recently. So you need to go and watch their whole reading if this is relevant to you. But the thing was that they'd had this other energy, this younger energy that had kind of like... They were kind of trying to break them out of the shell. They were trying to open them up emotionally. So I'm feeling a very strong connection here between Aquarius's reading and Libra's reading, because what Libra was doing was presenting as this calm. They were both right. Libra was this calm energy, and it was like, come and swim in my waters and experience, you know, and play with my shadow side, and it's going to help you to... It wasn't anything dark. It wasn't anything scary. It wasn't like come and play with the devil, right? It wasn't like come and be, what is it, little Naz? It was more like I've shone the light on my own shadow side, and it's not scary anymore. It's not dark anymore. I've utilized it. I've turned it into something powerful and creative, and I'm going to show you how to do the same. So instead of being locked away, I really feel like this could be the flip side of Libra's reading. It was like, instead of being locked away and closed and afraid of being hurt, like this other person was inside a shell or inside armor, Libra is saying, I'm going to unlock that for you. It's going to hurt, right? It's going to hurt. It's going to be scary. You're going to get tangled up down there for a while. But once you've spent some time down there, you're going to find this huge treasure. And that treasure is actually your heart, your own heart space, right? So that could be what that is. So now you've got the passion and the heart, right? You know how to, you've got all the tools. That's it, yeah. So now it's like Libra's, this Libran energy. It doesn't have to be a literal Libra. It's like they've unlocked your heart space. They've found that missing piece of you, or you found it in them. But now you're the magician or the emperor. You know, if Libra's the emperor, with, you know, the king of all 4 suits of tarot, with all that experience, you know, battle worn, you know, like I said here, it's like that queen, this energy here is like battle worn. They've done it before. They know how to survive this. They know how to turn it into something creative and new and beautiful. You've done the same, but you're becoming the magician. You're making your dreams a reality because now you've got the missing piece. Where's the deceit then? Is there any deceit? Libra was being transparent. It's like you just have to ask. If this is relevant for you, it's like you just have to ask, and Libra's going to tell you. Because they're the Queen of Swords, they always tell the truth, right? They value the truth. But they only tell the truth, almost like the King of Swords, right? They only tell you what you need to know at that time. They don't want to... They were trained not to scare you. Right. Cool reading. All right, if you noticed the blip there, I was just stopping and restarting just to squeeze an extra minute out so I could say it right, right? So I could get you another song on camera. So, Aquarius, the reading's going up on Friday. Whenever this reading finds someone, if they are connecting to it, if they are like, yes, this is my story, what is the one song that they really, really, really need to hear right now? Hell to pay at the gates of heaven. Peter Doherty, what have you been up to? So hell to pay at the gates of heaven. And can I get a song as advice, please? Best piece of advice, please, you have for people watching this reading right now. Advice, advice, advice. Here comes your man. Here comes your man. Here comes your man. Right, okay. I hope that was helpful to you. That's the Pixies. All the songs that came out in the reading should be in the description box down below if I remember to put them all down there. You can also find out a link to your full chart there too. Thank you for watching this far. I really appreciate that watch time clicking up, even if you're coming in as a stealth watcher. If you feel inclined to, you can hit that subscribe button, hit the notification bell. That's going to tell you when my readings go up. And leave me a comment if anything particularly resonated. I'd love to hear the feedback. And of course, if you think it's a friend's story, share it with your friends. It really helps me out. Yeah, take care, Aquarius. This is looking really good for you. That Peter Doherty song made me laugh though. Take care. Don't deceive people. Be in high vibrational energy, and you're going to find it easier to make your dreams come true. Okay, Aquarius? See you later. Peace out. Bye.